Oh yeah, hello there.
Hello. So I live locally as well, and I've seen some of your posts on social media, and she said to get in touch to see if there's anything I could do to help.
Well, every time we speak to someone, say mainstream media, they have never shown or printed what we have said. And I wanted to actually know, and I don't know if it's something you can find out, whether that we have it used to be called a D notice, but it's called DSMA or something now.
I'm going to need to write this down. Hold on, I've never heard of that. One sec. Right. What is that to do with courts? What's that to do with?
Well, normally they send out a D notice or a DSMA, it's called now, notice.
Okay. A D notice? Oh God, 1 second. I'm thinking of it. So much right now. 1 second. Right, so D notice.
That's what it used to be called, but I think it's called a DSMA notice now.
Yep.
Now I have.
Yeah, is that from the courts?
Yeah, I have actually already requested weeks ago under the Freedom of Information whether we have that on our case. And whether that is what is causing the mainstream media not to be able to report the facts, what we're saying.
Yeah, I watched your video of you obviously going back to the crash scene and obviously what was said in court by the investigators, saying that he had control of the car, he didn't swerve out of the way, did he? He just continued driving along the pavement.
He drove straight.
Yeah. He drove. I thought it was quite odd that he pleaded as well. It all happened quite quickly. Obviously, being local, I was aware of what happened.
Well, this is everything, and especially the second meeting with them. But on the first meeting, they said, "Well, we can only go with what the police give us. We have never had a case rush through so quick." So there's just from the start to the end, which isn't the end, because obviously we have complaints going through, and we was fighting for the truth before sentencing, because we knew of this evidence. It was never referred to in court, never shown in court, and it was said complete the opposite in court.
I was like, well, why is this not coming out? I was like, what? Why is this not? Because that's a completely different charge. I mean, that's, there's intent there.
Yeah, it's murder, and it's 2 times attempted murder.
Yeah.
And, and that I just don't like saying it, but had poor Harry not landed on the bonnet and blocked the driver's view, he would not have hit that lamppost, and walking towards our children was another 3 children.
Oh, gosh.
And it's the whole cover-up is absolutely horrendous. So it's we're trying to find out why the media are not showing it. Like we've stood outside court saying, look, this is a deliberate act, this isn't right, the investigation is flawed, and it's never been shown. They cut it down to 10 seconds of something else that looks like it matches up with what's gone on.
Well, they've obviously sort of done some kind of deal, haven't they? If you plead, you'll get this, you'll get that, that's the best situation for you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I used to be a court many moons ago, I used to be a court reporter, and most people plead not guilty because they want their day in trial. They want their time in the court to sort of see, because you might get like a jury. I mean, I remember one guy, he stabbed another guy, the defence come up with some, bizarre reason why he stabbed him. He got off, and it's hard. So, and obviously the fact that he's given a no comment interview, no one's going to know what his thought process was.
No.
So,
but we've had lies. Yeah, we've had lies from the police. They didn't even search his home. They pretended they couldn't get a Section 18. Now you can get a Section 18 if someone steals something from a shop.
Yeah, because Section 18 is all to do with the intent, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's all to do with the intent, yeah.
Exactly.
So they just didn't bother.
They didn't treat it like a crime scene. It was open too quick. Articles of articles of the boys were found there the next day, just there. Kids cleaned up the scene. Harry's phone was found 3 weeks later, and they was adamant they had it. Just everything from start to finish sounds unbelievable. That's the only way I can put it.
Yeah, because I did think that it just all happened so quickly. The fact, from the moment it happened, I remember. I mean, I've got I know people in this area that knew your boys, and just, I mean, one of my friends' children are similar age, and, it's just affected so many people. So it's a local thing, isn't it? And I just remember going, oh, he's been sentenced already. Wow. The process usually takes a lot longer. Well, even if like you say, you nick something from the shop, the process.
Yeah, well, everyone has said the same thing. And the fact of the matter is, from this happening to him being sentenced was 62 days. However, on the 26th of February, the judge was actually going to sentence him then. But it was only because she had to wait for impact statements that was not put in place, that was not already in, did she then adjourn it. And then after that, she adjourned it again.
Can I just say, I've been watching your videos and you come across so well. You're so eloquent and you're so just determined, and I think it's brilliant. I can listen to your videos like, wow. I don't know how you had the strength to do it.
The thing is, someone has to do it, because we're not the only ones. Yeah. We're not the only ones. This has happened to people before. If we don't do it, not only are we not going to get justice for our sons, we ain't going to get justice for anyone else, because it is unsafe out there. And for the establishment to cover it up, because it goes higher. It all goes higher, doesn't it?
Surprises me, I tell you, it really doesn't.
It all goes higher, and enough is enough. Over the years, how many people say is enough? It has to stop, because we don't want any other family to go through what we're going through.
Of course you don't. I mean, and just the fact that 3 young boys, the whole lives in front of them. Mm-hmm. It wasn't one, it was 3.
Yeah.
And like you say, so there was 2 other children as well that
got knocked to the side originally, and then, like I said, if that hadn't happened with Harry, like I've said, there was another 3 children 10 metres ahead walking towards our boys. That the judge in court and the media say he lost control of the car, he clipped the curb, mounted the pavement and killed the boys. That is untrue, and in the collision report it clearly states all the points from when he pulled in through the bollards to going 150 metres ahead where our boys were, he had control of the car.
The situation is at the moment that you want justice for your kids, because what they're saying has happened. What he's been sentenced for isn't actually is wrong. The intent was there. He did not lose control of the car.
Yeah.
What's been reported didn't actually happen. Yeah. Once he's pleaded, I guess you don't have all the evidence from the defence and the prosecutors, because obviously he's pleaded because he doesn't want it all to come out that he drove straight along the pavement.
Yeah. Didn't know where they were for 2 hours and 20 minutes prior to leading up to the murders of our boys. So there's lots to this story. It's not even just what I've told you. There's a vast amount of stuff. Even still going on now.
Yeah. No, like I said, I did not necessarily watch that video yesterday that you obviously can't. I mean, 19,000 people have watched that video. And look, and I was like, wow. And just the fact that you say, I mean, that is the crux of it, isn't it? He drove straight along the pavement. I mean, why was not, I mean, that is there. And also, like, normally you'd be like, oh, is that a terrorist? Someone drives, I mean, we had it in London Bridge. I worked in London Bridge, and we obviously had the cars that mounted up there, like last year. I mean, this isn't just it's been put in the wrong category, hasn't it?
100%. But someone's got to do it, because they are not protecting the public. They know what's going on in the country. They don't want to raise tension, and in fact, they do not give a damn about us and our children, and that was clearly evident throughout this investigation.
Yeah. So where was it police from? Where would it have been from? Like Uxbridge? Where would they have been? Alberton. Let me give my bosses a call. They never usually. I work for a Sunday paper, so it's obviously Tuesday's our first day of working. So when people are out and about, I'm in conference tomorrow. So I mean, if we can, if they agree to writing the truth that our boys were murdered, the law needs to be changed. This is what really happened. You'd be happy to do this with me?
Yeah, as long as it's the story, that we've been saying all along. Even some of the things, how they've written it, what they've written is just rubbish. Quoting what you say when you haven't even said it.
I'm not like that at all. Just for me, like, I'll happily send you the copy. You can read it before it goes in the paper.
Yeah.
That's how I operate, because the way I see it, you're going to see it in the paper on Sunday, and I'd be happy for you to see it on Thursday or Friday when we've done it.
Yeah, no.
You're going to see it anyway, and listen, anything I can do to help. I mean, this is quite an interesting. Just in terms of like the law side of it, like you say, the fact that they've been categorised as drug, no. Then, like you said, there needs to be something different, doesn't there, to kind of, just to kind of take into, like you say, it's not just you, and there could be others that it happens to.
What was read to us at the CPS meeting was a collision report, which is in chronological order.
Yeah.
And in that interim report, in different parts, it shows that you had control of the car.
So don't have control of the car, he's driven into those children.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you say, your instinct is, I mean, we've done it, I mean, when there's been ice on the road, you just go kind of, oh God, it's instinct to swerve out of the way.
Yeah.
The fact that he's deliberately driving along a pavement.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In the collision report, the police officer says at the end, who wrote the collision report, I cannot answer why Mr. Chudasama did what he did. I can only presume it was because he'd had a drink. How can you just presume that when there's thousands other presumptions you could have presumed and looked
He's
into?
not all over the place, like you say. He's not driving
No. In fact, he's quite strategically driven. This wasn't someone. Excuse my terminology.
Do you think it was like a racist attack? Do you think it was these sort of?
It was either a terrorist. It was either a terrorist attack or a racist attack. But whatever it was a deliberate attack. For what the reason is unknown to us.
What happened to their passenger?
Well, apparently he's still under investigation. So they seem to be investigating him more than they ever did the driver.
And what was the driver's background? Was he born here? What was his background?
No.
Where was he born?
I don't know. They've never confirmed to me or the other two families exactly where he was born. But originally, they told me, because I researched him, and when the police officer rang me, I said that driver was not born here, and that she was quite adamant and said no, he was. He was born here in Hillingdon like the passenger was. Sometimes they don't put themselves on electrical roll. So I thought, okay then, when we have a CPS meeting, it comes out he wasn't born here, so why lie? Why lie?
It's like they kind of wanted to keep the lid on it because obviously, the current climate at the moment, we've seen some horrific things happen in London over the last few years. It's Hillingdon as well, isn't it?
Well, that's what you've seen.
It's the suburbs. It's
well,
not like,
January, how many have you seen? In the news where cars have gone into people since January. And every one of them, apart from one the other day, they're saying it's not terror-related. And the only one that they said could be terror-related was the one outside the mosque the other day.
Yeah.
So where discrimination is happening here.
God, it's like, we've had Black Lives Matter, but White Lives Matter too, don't they?
Yeah. All our lives matter, don't they?
It's like you say, I think there's a bigger story here. Obviously there's your story, but then it's just...
It's a massive picture. It's a massive picture.
It is. It's like, just put them in there. It's, and to be honest, my boss is quite, he's quite good actually. He'll be like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
If I can get through to him, and, like I said, I'm in conference tomorrow, so I will definitely pitch it, and I'll see if I can find out about this DSMA. The storm I